Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
First carry for their fullback. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Lucky 56. Over.
A give to the fullback on the dive. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field.
All right, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up over on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see.
Now let's go. Blue, line it.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The rushing numbers last week for Cohen. 19 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They're going to look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
It's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And the kick by Butker is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board. And a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain,
Still
but all
first
for
down.
naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Here are the starters defensively for the Jets. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Over!
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
All right,
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
He now has 11 touchdowns on the season, and in no way is that just simply luck. That's a great combination of route running, determination, and making nice catches.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Lucky 56.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
He'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A a great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will tie us at 3-3. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Gone! Hurry up, hit it!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
You got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now Cohen. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Green 39.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47.
Set. 3-19.
They'll drop the throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Back to throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
think. What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney.
second down now. Adams. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Second down a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and there's creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They run. This is Cohen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And he slings one that's incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, You can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
Still first down.
Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
This is Cohen. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard, 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
56.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Set. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Green 39.
Looking to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
He's got Adams on the hookup. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Complete to Newsom. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance, but in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone!
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first,
an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. Twisting away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Tailback, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watch him now, Barney!
Intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Oh, now he bowls him over. A very solid gain of 27.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So that one will be
Automatic
accepted.
first down.
Play action. They'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
And New York set to take the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Hurry up, here we go. Green,
Again, it's Cohen.
Green 39.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
He filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Gone! 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 Gone!
And he comes back with one complete. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands.
Offense. Still 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. New York set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down to the kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And they'll run it here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
All right, here we go. 3.
Now a handoff looking right. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's got this down to the 35. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Down right around the 25. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jets are within a 2-point conversion of tying this thing up.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted a tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things. But winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like he said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And he fires one, but incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
Receiver complete. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Leopard! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his pass incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Green 39!
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. And even 40 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll look to throw again. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 19 yards there on the pickup. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first
Here
down.
we go now.
On 3rd down. That's Cohen. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
3-19.
Now they try the right side here. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
No. Check. Patriot. Set. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. Third and long. Back to throw here. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They got a shot.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll drop the throw. Incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. McKinnon here, it's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jets have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is fully awake now. If he didn't get off to the start that he normally does, they've got his attention. He's running it well.
You think they set off the alarm clock at the half? Think that's what went down? I know this, having played on the defensive side of the ball, if you do a really good job against a great runner, and you go into the half, you're excited, you're fired up, you think the game plan is working, but in the back of your head, there's that little bit of nagging doubt. Can we do this for 4 quarters? So far, that's not happening.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a short gain here down to the 22. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough? Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position. And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. He's back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish. Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
319.
Back to throw. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
He'll look to throw. Complete to Newsom. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 6 there on first. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away.
All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the